Oh no! I'm gonna sneeze! Oh good. Oh. Oh no! Oh look, that's where I was when I started Finally Friday last week, and there was a car right over there with people in it that were staring at me. It's almost 50 degrees, it's cold, but it's not too cold. The sun's out, so that's good, but it's almost noon, and I have not eaten anything. So I figured the best thing to do is to make a bad decision and get a McSandwich. There! Redemption! Joy! Should I go through the drive-thru or should I go inside? I have to take my helmet off. Either way, they really need to make McDrinks that it's McFood, so you can just suck a burger through a straw. I want to park like those kids. I want to put my bike up on the sidewalk and in the grass. Okay, let me go grab a McSandwich.
Yes. It's never too early for a bad decision.
Alright. Enough of that nonsense. And by nonsense, I mean fatteningness. What are you looking at, McChick? You ever needed a McDonald's before? Everyone who goes to McDonald's just has their head down in shame and doesn't want to be seen. It's like this is the local drug place. Everyone's like, no, I'm not eating. I would never eat that. Okay. When you eat freaking McGriddles, you get that McGrease. And it feels like McChapstick. Anyway. So what can I tell y'all that you don't already know? Well, when this video is being published, when you're first watching this, on Friday morning, I will and should be in Atlanta, Georgia. What am I doing in Atlanta, Georgia? I'm actually going to be recording the reveal video for the next bike. Oh, shoot, I would have given him one of those, but I was in the middle of clutching. Don't you hate when that happens when you're riding and another rider goes by and waves, and you're like, I can't wave because I'm busy. Anyway, I'm going to be down there recording the reveal video, the video that announces the next motorcycle. And before that happens, there'll be today, there'll be one more Finally Friday next week with this motorcycle, then you'll see it, and this bike is whoosh, gone. Because after the reveal, I'm going to be driving the next motorcycle for Finally Friday. And this one's fate will become unknown. But I'll complain about this one's fate in the next Finally Friday when it's the last one I actually do with this bike. Oh yeah, funny little story. I knew there was something I wanted to say. So my bikes are parked in the parking garage, and where my bikes are parked, there's some piping that goes, I don't know where it goes, but there's like air and there's water, but there's some pipes next to my bikes. So a couple mornings ago, I go down there to the garage to get my bike or my Jeep or something, and I noticed that one of the pipes has a very light little spritz of water coming out, and I think, I'll tell maintenance when I get back because I have an appointment right now, so I left. About an hour later, after I had left, I got a text message from the leasing office saying, we are aware of the alarms going off. A pipe has burst in the garage. And I was like, oh God, I know that pipe. That pipe and I, we were there. We were like friends. I know this pipe. So there's a message saying that the alarms in the apartment had gone off everywhere because of a pipe exploding, and I know what pipe that must have been. So when I finally rolled back into my garage coming home from my appointment, lo and behold, there's a huge funnel, a huge parade of water spewing directly over both of my motorcycles. So I just kind of casually threw my hoodie up over my head, walked to my bikes, grabbed them one by one and wheeled them out of the way while getting soaked. I don't mind getting wet. I mean, like, I was gonna take a shower anyway, but I don't know what this water is, where it was coming from or where it was going. It looked clean, it smelled clean, but you don't know where it's been. But I got spewed all over it, and my bikes got spewed. So anyway, tiny little story. I don't know if there's a moral to it, but could have been avoided possibly, and it's just silly, I guess. Something weird happened when I was driving the past 2 days. You know, I drove several hours just yesterday on the next bike, and I knew I was tired, and you know, it makes sense for you to get physically fatigued or whatever when you ride so much, but I didn't realize how tired I was because I got home and my arms were like noodles. Like when I was driving, I would like rest my hands up on the tank and my arm would be like just shaking. And I realized what had happened was my brain is trained to ride a motorcycle. It knows, this is how you... But my body's like, huh? Because it's been months since I've driven that long. And so my muscles are very much not trained for it. Not to mention the bike is different. And the next bike puts a lot more weight on my wrists than this one does. So certain parts of my body were overworked. So I got home and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. And then I proceeded to complain about how hard my life is because I get tired at my job. So it was an exhausting day, but dude, freaking the weather this weekend was amazing. It was 60 something. When I first took off to ride during the whole weekend on my next bike, driving so long, the first thought that came to my head when I took off was, this is what I was born to do. That was a cool feeling. I mean, I could be dead wrong. I mean, I could have been born to die doing it. That's possible. I never had that before. I didn't have that feeling when I was mopping at my old jobs. Like, this is what I was born to do. I was good at mopping, but I didn't have that feeling. Sweet, I got a whole lane to myself. Don't you love that feeling? You're driving your bike or your car, and you're just like, sweet, there's a whole lane to myself. There's something that some people do, and it agitates me. Like, for example, those two cars there. Oftentimes they'll be pulling up to these two lanes, and then that car behind, the second car, will go, hey look, an open lane, and they'll just kind of come over here and sit here and take the lane to themselves. Well, of course, when the light goes green, who's the slowest car? The one who took a lane to himself. He'll just sit there, and this other car will go like, why did you even bother getting over and hogging up that lane? That's got to be selfish thinking. It's not, hey, I'm in a hurry. It's, hey, look, something for me, mine. I don't know. I still can't figure out why people do some of the stuff they do. Dude, yesterday when I was driving my motorcycle, I'm only saying this because I'm thinking of it and it's not going to be in a video or anything, but there are two different Jeeps I saw at two different times that have the exact same 3 light bar that mine does. I'm like, I've never seen a Jeep with the light bar system that I have, except until after I got my light bar, and then I started to get all conceited and think, well, then they must have seen me in my Jeep and got the idea from me, you know, being all selfish and big-headed. When I'm driving my Jeep and I see a sport bike go by, I'm like, oh, hold on, hi, I'm a bike too, but I'm not. I'm in a Jeep. And it happens the other way around too. I'll be driving my bike and I'll see Jeeps and I'm like, oh, hi, I'm a Jeep. And I don't know if I'm conceited or what. I probably am, but I wish people knew, hey, I'm a Jeeper like you, and hey, I'm a biker like you. And that's one reason why I think it's cool when I can be able to drive my Jeep and have the bike on the back. Bikers can see me and go, hey, that guy driving the Jeep is one of us because he has a bike. Or people driving Jeeps can go, hey, that guy with the bike is one of us because he has a Jeep. I belong to two peoples. If my parents were vehicles, they would probably be a Jeep and a motorcycle. Why is it so busy? It's a Sunday. Everyone should be home. I should be home. I'm going home. I quit. Hope I didn't forget anything important. Next week, I'm going to talk about how the shoot went, vaguely, without spoiling anything, and complain and be sad about the fact that next week will be my last video ever with this motorcycle. But I'll save that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, hanging out with me while I eat my mixed sandwich and talk about stuff. I'm going home, and I'll see you next week. Bye!